All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ripples of Waves. And today we're going to talk about silver. Hi ho, silver. Away we go. Yes, I just said that. All right. So, first of all, if it's your birthday, happy birthday. But more importantly, people are are shocked by the rapid rise in the price of silver. I got to wake up, you guys. I hope you're joining me. And this is my mug, my morning mug. All right, let's get over to the chat, see what's going on when we get more people to jump in here. My last show I had, Rumble, was lit up like a Christmas tree. And I hope it is this morning. So I'm finding out more people are attracted to seeing me in the afternoon. And YouTube seems to be really hot for me right now. So I will just take a minute here, wait for more people to jump in. Good morning, Colleen and Charlene. Colleen and Charlene, you're always together in my chat here, side by side. Shelly Belly, how are you? And let's see what else we have out here. So everybody's saying hello to each other. I hope that you guys bought your silver. I really do, because uh, it's going to be 100 probably by the end of today. So at 3 o'clock this morning, I've got an alert that tells me certain things on X, and like I said, people are just shocked by the rapid rise in the prices of silver. And what you don't understand is that it was baked into the cake since 2008. Yes, the moment of the Federal Reserve went down the path of uh, what is it called, ZIRP and QE, it was inevitable that the precious prices of metals would explode. All right, so that's what they're basically saying out there. So the current silver spot price today is of January 14th, 2026, early morning around 5 to 6 a.m. Eastern Time, was approximately 90 to 91 US dollars per troy ounce. Woo woo! I don't have my silver shirt. I need to get another silver shirt to wear from this. But so where am I getting these reliable metal sources from? Excuse me. I don't know why I'm drinking coffee. It makes me whatever. All right, so we got JM Bullion. It was reporting 91.05 per ounce. Apparently, there's more. They're going to tell you in other countries where it's even higher than the United States. Kitco show 90.45, 90.70 per troy, updated around 5:42 a.m. New York time, with changes of variations of about 3.63 to 4.19. All right. And well, the last one is AP Max. I could go on and on, but I just want to give you where these different rates are at, depending on what you bought yours at. It doesn't matter. We are celebrating. And it's going to go higher. I'm almost positive, and I'm working really hard. And if any of you know anybody out there that talks about the precious metals, let me know. I'd love to have them on the show. So let's see here what else we got. The trading economic indicates it's right around 90.39 per troy ounce. And it's just basically up about 4% from. When was the last time I did my show? Was it yesterday? I don't recall. All right, so it's silver has been surging recently, hitting a record territory amid the safe haven demand. The geopolitical factor and the broader precious metals. And while everybody's out there watching mini no place go nowhere, nobody's watching. Maybe there are people out there that are watching the dollar. I got to be careful how I say that. It's similar to the gold moves. All right, so the prices are live and very fluent, if you will. Let's see what else we have out here. So the spot prices are typically in troy ounces, as I mentioned, and let's see what else we have. The recent surge in the silver spot is breaking through $90 per ounce. The first time in history ever in January 14th, 26. All right, and let's see here. It's a persistent structural supply deficit and type physical inventory, which means you probably can't find it. If you can find it, get it. I'm serious about this one here. What else do we have over here? So this is it says bingo. Silver and Shanghai Gold Exchange is currently trading at 100.40. Shanghai, it's up there, you guys. What's happening in all these other countries? I'm sure you know. Put your comments in the in here. Let's see, what do we have? Who's kicking themselves? Stop kicking yourselves. You're gonna be okay. Kicking myself. Everything is for a reason, right? Was that Charlene out there? Charlene is the one that's basically. I'm trying to click on it. I guess maybe I did. Is saying kicking myself in the butt because I never did buy any. Told myself I couldn't afford it. Geez, could have, should have, and would have. Woohoo! I know how that is, but I went and bought it, and my husband looked at me, and he had the same thoughts at the same time. And guess what? Last night, we are talking silver is on the rise. All right, what else do we have over here? Surge in industrial demand. So the silver, dual road are both precious metals and industrial commodity is a key accelerator and demands from green energy, especially the solar panels, electric vehicles, EV wiring, sensors, and electronics. This is the reason why it's surging in the industry. And then is everybody who has TDS out there is not hearing a word that's going on out there because they're busy protesting. Is it a distraction? I don't know. You tell me. Let's see here. C Star is out there in this. Colleen, it says, I was broke when I heard about it buying silver years ago, so I sold my life insurance policy to get some. There you go. And I bet you're going to be sitting real happy. My personal thing is keep sitting on it. Seriously, keep sitting on it. And I'm going to have somebody. I've got somebody that said they could come on, but it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks, and God knows where the price is going to be at that. Hopefully, it'll be a lot higher. But let's just take a look at what J.P. Morgan is saying. It's trapped. Silver at 91 plus. Manipulations at the finest. Paper empire crumbling. Paper empire crumbling. They're thinking that 150 incoming. There you go. You got your kilos out there. Let's see what else we have out there. We've got a comment from Gary Baum. It says, for those whom silver is because it's money. What's happening now is scary. See, the price auction is not a cause for celebration, but a terrifying confirmation of their deepest fears, that the global fiat currency system is in its death throes and the world is in on it. Okay. We knew this how many years ago? Finally. All right, let's see what else we have here. We've got veteran market timer out here showing us the chart. Silver, one shoots over the top. The range of 90. Gold is 4,600. All right, so if you got gold, did you get any gold, Charlene? I'm going to have to throw her some sort of a nugget in the near future. All right, let's see what else we have over here. Yes, this is just the silver. It's melting, right? So let me take a look and see what else I have out here for you guys in reference to the information that's out there. Yeah, expectations are continue for additional Federal Reserve rate cuts. Of course, we got that whole thing going on, in the political arena. I don't want to go into it, but I'm sure you can't get away from it. With the market pricing and easing, despite recent steady inflation around 2.7%. It lowers the opportunity cost on holding on to yielding assets like silver. The real yields near zero and negative, a weaker U.S. dollar in some periods. The potential Fed liquidation measures, and the policies are uncertain. All right, so let's see what else we have on here. So that Chairman Powell, there's an investigation report going on with him right now. Let's see, and the lower rates and inflations are uncertainty for the Federal Reserve. So I'm watching that. If you can watch anything on mainstream media and read between the lines. So, all right. So the silver rally has been explosive. and it was 30 to 35 when the last time I checked. It was probably 2 months ago, I want to say. And I was kind of startled by that based upon what I had actually bought it at. But it's all good, you guys. It is all good. What else do we have going on out there? You can put your comments and concerns out there. I'm hoping I'm hooked up to Rumble. I don't see anybody in here. And this is new software that I have for you guys. So I'm real surprised I was able to get all Rumble the other day. And I just think that a lot of more people that are available are on Rumble at a later time. So I've got to figure out where my time fits in and doing these shows for you guys. All right, so back to this stuff. So check your sites if you guys are at home. Kitco, KITCO, or JM Bullion for real updates. And the surge has been rapid in recent sessions. But that's what I have for you guys. I'm just kind of sitting on this stuff right now. Let me see what else we got going out on X. So everybody's saying it finally broke from the months and the prices. We were waiting for this. We really were waiting for this. And let's see what else we have here. There's just people making statements that silver is the only way out when everything in the world fails. Silver will be seen as our superpower, our crypto power is the only cure. Silver is the divine super metal forged from super moves. All right. It says, don't be shaken out of any dollar price offered. Yeah. Don't be shaken out of any dollar price offered. Okay. See what else we have here. I think I'm getting into the later timestamps here. Yeah, this was from yesterday's where it was at 88. I'm sure it's going to be over 100. China's over 100 already. And let's see here. Yeah, Sea Star is basically saying she believes that it will surpass gold. Gold's at 47, 46. What did I just say? If it surpasses that, holy moly. Yes. What else do we have here? I just wanted to kind of come back to you guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen over here and just kind of update. I haven't updated my screen out on X and see what about silver. See any news stories that are breaking out there. uh, yeah, so Canada is basically was reporting that it was 82, 92 this morning. So different countries, wherever you're at, you guys just basically, just kind of go and follow that pattern there. So let's see here. One other second. I'll go back to sharing my screen here. Okay, let's see what else. What else we got here? What else is going on in your world out there, you guys? I don't want to do that. It seems to want to be sharing everything. I should not have unshared it. There we go. All right. So I don't even know if you guys could see this picture very well. Why does it always change my format? All right. So I'm still learning how to figure this thing out. So this was not a big delivery day. It was something far more important, a quiet but significant physical silver drain. All right. And there you guys go. All right. So let's see. Is there anybody else in here that I haven't addressed? Yeah. So I'm glad that you guys are here. I was just popping in for this. I don't stay on these little things very long, especially with YouTube. And I'm telling you, because if you got me still on YouTube, that's great. It is worse to be on YouTube. It's a small channel. The AI is so they write these AIs, right? It's computers it's robot, computer, whatever you want to say. And they're basically telling you how to do business with them. You've got these huge channels out there, people that get millions and millions of followers. And if you're someone like me that's really small, it's very difficult to keep climbing because you have to stay. And I keep trying to use the words ripple wave in my verbiage all the time. And it's smart enough to know if you're going off the beaten path of what your channel was originally set up for. Mine was a feel good, kind, be kind to others type of thing. And now today I'm out here talking about the tsunami of the silver out there. And will I get dinged? I have no idea. When I say dinged, it just means that it won't go out to as many people. Whenever I do a live, I probably get 10 people that follow me. It's crazy. I go to Rumble, I'm getting the hundreds out there. So, I guess where I'm going with this is that I'm going to see if I could survive on the YouTube. If not, you guys stay tuned with me over on Rumble. I now have a Telegram channel out there. I think it's going across the bottom of the screen here. If you can catch that, I would love to be able to, you know, talk to everybody out there where I could hear you and you could hear me, so on and so forth. I'm waiting for that channel to build up. I just have a few people. I probably got 5 people out there because I was silly enough to delete my. I had at least 2,500 people out there, and I said I'm done with social media. And I guess I am not done with social media, but here we are. Here we are during the surging industrial demands. Now, I kept telling everybody that um, the colleges weren't going to do anything for these young kids, that let everybody know to go get a blue collar job and whatever it might be. We've got um, chip makers. Was it Nvidia that's coming in? Their stock is about as high as it can. It's going to get higher. That's all I could say. And it's just crazy. All the industry that's we're going to have in this country. Yeah, Charlene is saying, yeah, the silver is a feel good for anybody that's holding on to it. You better believe it. Um, yes, and let's see what else we have out here. Don't worry, Charlene. Everybody needs to put really good vibes out there that Charlene will somehow, some way find silver to float into her home and into her hands, because that's really what you want. You don't want to be early on, everybody was saying, buy, take your 401 and buy silver and gold. But all you were getting was a certificate. And thank God I had Destin Deplorable on my channel at that time, and her husband was an expert in it. And he says, no, 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 you want that in your hand. And I do remember one time where it was being delivered to my house, and the UPS guy was delivering it, and it's one of those things that they just don't leave it at your door. You have to be home and sign for it. And I didn't get to the door quick enough, and he started to walk away. And I tell you, I almost tackled that dude down. I want my silver, and I don't want it going wherever you were going to take it to. All right. And so I did. I ended up getting it that way. So let's see what else we have out here. Hope everyone is doing good. I'm just trying to find some other stories out here that people are paying attention to. Every asset has a manager. Oil is OPEC. Gold is central banks. Stocks are hedge funds. Silver has none. Did you know that? You are the asset manager for your silver. All right. Those who thought that they could control it, learn the hard way. Cheers, everybody, to that one. Silver conducts heat fast and it burns fast. Okay, that's why it remains the most misunderstood form of money. All right, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, so this is if you guys could, I hope you could see these visuals. So oil is managed, gold is guarded, stocks are engineered, as we know. We are so smart on the truth that when somebody's bullshitting us today, we just basically just say, yeah, okay, we bless them, and then we move on because we can see through everything. We have the power as Superman and Superwoman. All right, so silver is the money. It's the only single hand on the wheel that no clear master All right, let's see here. These glasses are for close up. The most misunderstood, the least controlled, and so on and so forth, as I just said. Isn't that a beautiful thing? I really think it is. Um, so now there's certificates, and I'm not really talking about the certificates out there, but a lot of people do have, those a lot of certificates for money and stuff like that. I'm not an expert in this, so I don't go into that. I only do the my precious moments right now are the precious metals. Let's see what else we have up here that's going on. Did I miss anybody? Shelly, how are you doing this morning? I haven't heard from you too much. She sits back and she's observing. And let's see what else we can discover in our land of silver. What else are they going to say for us? So Berkshire Hathaway holds roughly 300 and oh $380 billion in cash. I should move my little laptop closer to me. So at today's silver prices, being they're talking right around 85 on up to 91. That would equal $4.4 billion of ounces of silver. Holy shit! That's about 138,000 metric tons, or 5 or 6 years of total global silver mining output. And that's just one company. Wow, 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 wow. They were hoarding it. We knew it, but we also did something about it by buying into it. All right, let's see here. And that's all that I have. That's new on the silver. That is interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So, again, if it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. Let's see, January 14th, Capricorn. Capricorns, we had multiple birthdays. Heavenly birthday for my husband's father. I had a regular, it was birthday of my nephew, was on the 8th. His dad was the 6th. Who else do we have out there? Then my brother-in-law, my husband's other brother, was on the 12th. A lot of Capricorns in our life. Anybody out there, Capricorn? Happy birthday to you. But really, this is about, it was just the prices in the silver were being baked back in 2008, as I mentioned earlier. What else do we have out there? What is this here? This is January 12th, a story I might have missed yesterday. JP Morgan making the Wolf of Wall Street look like Mother Teresa. It makes billions through the silver market manipulation. Slaps on the wrist with a $1 billion fine. Pockets in the profits and repeats. What price does silver need to be for them to get scared? Yeah, so I think they are scared because we, the people, are going to have more power than the banks will. And I actually ran across a story that I should have saved about the banking. If any of you guys watch Glenn Beck, go listen to his story yesterday of him talking about the banking industry and what's happening with the bankers out there right now. They control, they manipulate, they had fees on top of fees on top of fees. They can't touch this. Everybody has the silver. Hopefully nobody has their silver in a bank, or you have to have it. You have to have it in your hands. All right, so that's where I'm going with this with you guys today. How much time do I have left? I'm right about that. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in here. And I do have a show coming up on Saturday with Buckshot. Hope you guys enjoy that. It's going to go to YouTube and it's going to go to Rumble. And I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but we're going to, Buck likes to just shoot the shit. And maybe we'll talk about more of the monies with the silver. Maybe it's going to just keep climbing after this, right? Let's hope so. So, what do you guys think? Seriously, I want to know what your opinion is on this. China's already over 100. How could that be? How could that be is it just that they have so much of it? Why are they higher than most other people? Let's see if I can find something on here. If I know type. I don't know about you guys, but all of a sudden I type backwards. I don't know why that is. Okay, let's see here. So they're calling China the silver bullets. Um, let's see. So silver prices hit. Okay, we got that. We know that. Yeah, I'm sure that Starlink is using a lot of silver for their technology. Silver is hot again. We know this. I'm just trying to find. Okay, so China needs to raise silver prices next week to $200 an ounce. This would be ultimate retaliation for Venezuela. Every U.S. bank would die by Friday. Whoa, this is coming from the dude. This isn't coming from Janine out on Ripples of Waves. So this is an interesting statement, right? The next chess move. Okay, so is this what we're playing? Is this what's happening out there? They're going to retaliate against Venezuela. Why would they retaliate? Because we cut off their oil, right? And their oil was very important for them because they were stealing it, basically. It's just that oil should be. I guess I don't know what the common law is out there, but what I'm trying to piece together when Trump talks is about the hemispheres. Okay, so with that said, the northern hemisphere, the countries in the northern hemisphere buy from the northern hemisphere. If you're in the south hemisphere, that's where you get your oil. I don't understand all that, but apparently they're going through a Greenway to get it, and now we're going to own Green. It just goes on and on. So I don't get into it because it's just so confusing. Because I never knew. We never knew anything before. So let's just see what else they're saying here. One second. Okay. All right. So silver. It's a level once dismissed as pure fantasy. Do you remember how many people would say? And I was told when I bought my silver. So I took a huge risk when I bought my silver. Everybody said, "Well, it's a slow creeper, Janine. Do you want to hang on to it for about maybe 20, 25, maybe even 30 years? It might move." At that time, it was probably around $15, and I sat on it for a little bit. I pondered. Then when it went up to 20, I said, "All right, I'm going to buy." Shanghai silver futures have officially pushed into the triple digit territories. Trading is roughly at $11 a premium to New York. That speed. Now, I was talking with Dustin Deplorable, and she had mentioned something about China. And I was like, what? I don't understand this. So now I think I'm starting to see the picture here as I read through here. Friends, good news. The silver is safe from the bankers. Venezuela shipped about 1,200 tons of silver to Russia, to China on December 23rd, 2025. I did not know that. This came out on January 4th. And so, okay, this is coming, and actually, AI Grok is saying based on available reports or unconfirmed sources indicate that Venezuela extracted and shipped around 1,200 tons. 1,200 tons. Did I say dollars? 1,200 tons of silver to Russia and China on December 23rd, 25. Geopolitical tensions. No similar reports for gold reserves remain at 101 tons with recent reparation efforts. Ooh. All right. What do you guys know about that? This is all news to me. And hundreds of silver to China. So this is 13 hours ago. This is just came out, and I'm looking at the charts right now. Mexico is the largest producer of silver. Is this true? If you know better, let me know. Mexico is the largest producer of silver, but it doesn't have the largest reserve. China is the biggest refiner of silver, Peru has the most reserves. I did not know that. Hmm. This is interesting. So I got to get Destin Deplorable back on here and explain this whole China silver reserves. If I could blow this up any further. I don't know if you guys can see that anymore. So let me back out of this and go this way so that you can see this chart. And it still looks like it's not clear enough for you guys, so I'm going to read it. So starting in the silver, this is the other. It looks like other countries about 57,000 U.S. to 23,000. What is all this? Mexico splits it with the U.S. Australia is 94,000. Peru is 140,000. China 70,000. Russia 92,000. Okay, so this is the World Reserve Infograph. Mexico being the largest producer of the silver, but it doesn't have the largest reserves. All right, I understand that. I got it. I got it. All right, let's see if we can get back out of here and see what else they're saying. You guys find this interesting? Let me know. I'm going into 30 minutes on this with you, and let's see what else we have here. If anybody wants to help me out with my channel, you can now buy me a cup of coffee, and it's somewhere in the links down below. Let's see what I have here. Let's see what I have here. So you can buy me a cup of coffee. Just use that QR code. Just put your phone up to it, and I thank you so much. Also, I'm taking a pause for the cause and talk about the manifestation classes with Laura Van Trine. I'm going to come back to you guys here. And is anybody interested in taking that manifestation? I would think it'd be an excellent time to manifest silver. If anybody out there is actually wanting this, and so there you guys go. If you want to buy me a cup of coffee, I appreciate it. Let's see what else we have out here. Laura is, I guess, starting her classes real soon. If you had to go over to lauravantrine.com and sign up. I'm not taking the classes. I think Colleen may have asked me, or Charlene may have asked me if I was going to, and I just don't have the time to do that. All right, what else do we have going on over here? So I'm going to just keep going internationally and see what's going on out here. Venezuela successfully transferred. I already went through the 1,200 tons of silver and $10 billion assets of wealth to Russia and China. Why would they ship all that out to them? This is very interesting. This is very interesting. Do you guys know? Put your comments down below. I'm just getting caught up on this. I mean, it's like I read that story and I have so many questions. All right, Venezuela no longer has that president in place. We are going to rebuild their infrastructure in Venezuela so that they can utilize the oils for their own people. But why would they ship it out? Why would they take all that and send it to China? You guys fill me in if you know. Let's see here. Oh, Charlene, thank you so much. And I really do wish that everybody would just send some really good vibes to Charlene. She said she kind of missed the boat on getting silver, but we'll see what happens with that. We'll see what happens with that. Let's see. Colleen out here. Did I see this statement out here? New money system coming soon. All right. So I want to talk about that. So is that the reset that people have been yapping about? I was one of those that kind of gave up on it because I was seeing where our economy was going and our tariffs were going, and what was happening here. We've got another 3 years left of this, and I kept thinking it wasn't going to happen. But to tell you the truth, even if I'm just listening to mainstream news, so you had Iran where they had 10 days, I don't know if it was 10 days of darkness. They had a lot of darkness. They didn't have any power. There's other countries out there that were losing power. People are saying that we may lose our power, but maybe not 10 days. I don't know how that whole thing just got. It was like a ripple wave of misinformation, as far as I am concerned. That whole game where one kid says one word and it kind of went around, and then we had Jason Q out there saying it says it says 10 days, and then the second line in the Q stuff said darkness, and then people put it all together and created drama. And I don't think it's playing out. A lot of it that they were told the last 4 years aren't playing out, but it's coming out in a different way. I'm not backtracking on what I was saying. It's just that we're finally catching up to the timelines that we had talked about. Does that make sense to you guys? Um, Colleen is making another statement. We need a system that is universal. Yeah. All right, let's see here. I got to get off this ad that I'm on right now. I don't want to promote their stuff. All right. This is going back further to. All right. This is interesting because nothing is what it seems. The Venezuela show, The Real Wired, USA, China exported thousands of tons of gold and silver of the cabals hidden in Venezuela. Okay, these operations in Venezuela are much more than the public can understand. This is an invasion and kidnapping. I don't know. I guess you got to go listen to Joe. What's his name? Rumble out on not Joe Rumble. It's Joe. He's out on Rumble. Is it Joe Ramble on Rumble? I don't know. He's the one guy that does. And Jason Q. If you, I don't even know. I haven't followed Jason Q in months. I stopped following everybody because I wanted to learn on my own. I didn't want anybody else putting any bull in my brain. All right, let's see what we have here. Listen, this is really more about. Listen, I'm reading something here. It says, listen, it's really about more. It's about silver, and it's about rare earth. China has blocked the exporting silver January 1st. USA invades Venezuela on January 3rd to secure the resources. Fourth, J.P. Morgan and DOD invest $2 billion in smelter for the precious metals. It's all called national security. There you go. I asked the question. If I just digged a little bit deeper, this was posted on January 5th out on X. Makes sense to me about the rare earths. Trump has been talking about it, but did anybody say, what are the rare earths? I did. All right. So let's see here. One of my co-hosts out here says, I just looked at the big picture. The details don't matter to me because we don't know whether they are real or just part of the movie. I'm telling you, we're living in an illusion. It's all an illusion, you guys. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Right now, it doesn't really matter, right? And yeah, you don't hear about any of this stuff about these precious metals. You don't hear about any of this stuff. So there you guys go. All right, I think I'm cooked. I'm into 40 minutes here. Thank you all for being here. Please stay tuned. I think unless silver hits higher and I find more stories, I'm coming back to you guys. Just hit that subscribe to notify, and hopefully you'll get notified that I'm coming on. But on the 17th, Buckshot, we're going to do a 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. I love talking to Buck. And if there's anybody, if you want to leave the comments down below, I appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. The more that they see out there, more interaction, especially on these live shows. I appreciate it. I don't think I'll ever be a really big channel on YouTube. I keep trying. It's just one of those things that after a while, I'll just putter along. But Rumble has really taken off. For some reason, I think they updated their algorithm and people are now finding me, and it's great. Charlene says, I'm ready for a new movie, less crazy. It's all propaganda that's happening out in Minnesota. It's just whatever it is. And I'll just end it there. And as Colleen is saying, everybody have a blessed day. And Shelly, yes, it says, so happy to catch a live today. Thank you, Janine. Thank you for being here. Do appreciate you guys. And we'll see you real soon. Bye now.